everybody knows Charles Mac McQuinlan, owner of the yacht Delilah. And so when you've received your invitation to join him on a cruise heading out from Boston to Liverpool, we're all quite excited for a 2-week voyage on a luxury yacht. The year is 2009. Things in the States are not going as well economically as they could be. We're beginning to see the beginning of the housing values going down and the mortgage busts. And people who have been successful in life after working hard have suffered losses. Charles, who we'll call Mac, because that's how he likes to be called, made a fortune writing stories, writing books. It's a kind of my favorite type of character, being authors, of course. So probably very similar but different than Vlad, another character who's an author. Except Mac was actually successful and has managed to sell quite a few books, most of them based on truth, based on stories that he's heard from his friends and people that he's known from his Navy days. And so, when you are invited to join Mac on his cruise, it's actually very, very, very exciting, as I mentioned. You have been on this ship before, you know it quite well. And we are going to start off by introducing each of the characters as they board the ship. And we will board them in this order. So, Matthew. As Matthew boards the ship, he will see that Mac is on the ship together with 2 people. One of them wearing a captain's hat, very nice white uniform. You may or may not remember as Captain Steubings, and he is the captain of the Delilah. Next to him is Cindy, his first mate / cook / entertainment coordinator on this cruise. She is also dressed quite smartly, with a very nice white skirt and a very nice polo shirt. And as you come aboard, you see Mac. Mac is there ready to host you. I will let Mac introduce himself and how he is dressed. But the one thing, Matthew, that you notice is that Mac is still wearing his father's watch. The watch that he cherishes amongst his most valued possessions. It's a beautiful watch that his father wore all throughout his Navy days with a nice silver band. So the one thing that you notice is missing from this scene would be Delilah, Mac's now ex-wife, after whom this ship was named. And that kind of also stirs up a memory. So what I'd like Matthew to do is describe how you come onto the ship. What are you wearing? What jewelry are you wearing? What bling do you have to this fancy cruise? And also let me know one memory or something that you have heard about Mac's divorce from Delilah.
I am wearing cargo pants and t-shirts, and I'm probably carrying a smallish travel bag, so I'm not carrying many clothes with me. Maybe a rucksack with some diving stuff in as well, but I've not got a lot of luggage on me. The memory of Mac helped me get over my addiction issues. He was really good to me and helped me out. But I do know he's been a really good friend to me, but I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of him. And this has something to do with his wife. His wife, in a conversation I had with her, she said she was scared of him. And I kind of understand that. It can be quite dark sometimes. But to me, he's been really good, apart from I owe him a lot of money.
And what kind of jewelry would you be wearing? What affectations might you have?
Maybe a diver's watch. And a St. Christopher's medallion on a chain, like
I'm sorry. What kind of chain?
St. Christopher on a chain. Other than that, that's it. Really.
And as you request permission to come aboard, and Mac welcomes you, you'll see that Captain Stubings is there also standing at attention, and Cindy is there already with the flutes of champagne, ready to welcome you aboard.
Cindy will probably get most of my attention.
As she is polite and accommodating as always. The next person to join sometime later would be Dennis. Dennis, go ahead. Describe how you are dressed, what you are wearing, and what you've heard or remembered about Mac's divorce to Delilah.
Okay, so Dennis is wearing quite an expensive sort of dark suit, although it's quite nondescript. He doesn't wear any identifying jewelry or anything like that. Nothing that'd sort of easily pick him out in a crowd. He's wearing a pair of dark sunglasses. And he knows Mac quite well, so he's a friend, but also a client. He was a client before he was a friend. And I've worked for him on a number of occasions. All kind of on the quiet. Regards his divorce, I mean, I wasn't necessarily directly involved in putting together a case to help with the legal proceedings, but through connections, I did learn that his ex-wife had multiple partners.
Okay, and just for everybody out there, because you didn't mention it, you are a private security consultant.
I am indeed. Yes. Sorry,
you are.
I'm a self-employed private security consultant, and I also under my charge I have a young English girl by the name of Elizabeth Hill, who is currently under my guardianship and will be making a one-way trip to Liverpool to meet with her father.
So, Mac, did you realize that Dennis was going to be accompanied by a young guest? Certainly, somebody, well, far younger than he is.
No, I wasn't aware of that. But as Dennis kind of walks up the gangplank with this person on his arm, I just kind of give him a little bit of a wink. Encouragement.
I'll shake your hand and give him like chuck the shoulder. So yeah. No, it's not like that. It's the daughter of a friend, old Navy friend.
Yeah, sure.
She's been running a little bit wild, and she's been called home.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Daddy, huh?
Yeah.
And I shake his hand warmly, and welcome him aboard the ship.
Excellent. Well, moving along, the champagne is still flowing. We're going to move to Daniel, who would be next to aboard the ship sometime later.
So Daniel is the former cop, now lawyer, sort of dressed in like, I guess, marked casual. Like he's got a sort of like back of slung sort of barrel bag. So, like, he's got stuff in case the weather turns, but like sort of keeping it sort of loose and professional. For the initial cruise part of the endeavor.
Okay.
I give Mac a nice, hearty, firm handshake.
Yep. And I will return that.
Mac, you're keeping well.
Yeah, you're looking great there, Dan.
I think you look pretty good yourself, considering. Anyway,
Welcome aboard.
I'll give a nod as well to like the crew as well, because I mean, I think I've been dealing with like some of the stuff around the yacht as well in the past. Stubbins and was
Cindy.
And does Daniel want to mention what he might remember or have heard about Mac's divorce from Derelict?
Oh, what if? I mean, I was gonna go for the thing that, like, sort of for both sides is this, yeah, because like we're sort of like he is technically a client, but he's also a friend, and we have like sort of like, I guess, a shared connection over like his writing and like, I guess, Daniel's sort of like, I guess, spiritual side and his collection of like Skeet, and some stuff he's like consulted on. I think he always got the feeling or impression from her that like it was always like the guys hanging out. Yeah, so like you'd only ever see her at like formal events or whatever, like where everyone was invited. Like they'd never like hang out with her as a plus one.
And it should also be mentioned that yes, you are actually Mac's. You are a lawyer, and you are Mac's lawyer. Yes, and close friend as well. And last but certainly not least is Ashley. And everybody's on the ship while Ashley arrives, and I'll allow Ashley to introduce herself, how she looks, what jewelry she's wearing, if any, how she comes on board, and then what did she find out about Mac's divorce.
Ashley's walking up to the gangplank. Okay. She has not been home. She's pulling a suitcase, she's carrying her shoes, and she's talking on her phone while carrying a glass of champagne at the same time. I get to the bottom of the gangplank and I shout up, Mac, get this, I can't get this bag up. I've got to go. And I put the phone down. Mac, this bag, I can't get this suitcase up. Can you get one of you guys to get this suitcase up? And I just leave it at the bottom of the gangplank, walk up. I'm going, Mac! And I go up and I give him the massive kiss on the lips. And I'll go, long time no see. You got rid of the bitch after the toe sucking incident then with the cabin boy, did you? Good old Delilah. She'd like those toes being sucked. So you finally got rid of her.
It's good to see you too, Ash.
Yeah, you're going to get my bag up because I am hanging out my arse. I have not been home and I need to get sorted. Are we going to get this party on tonight or what?
Yeah, sure. You just you leave that. Don't
forget to bring it.
And
I'll fetch it myself.
And you notice that Dr. Steubing has already gone down the gangplank to go pick it up. He's there. He's kind of, you know, there's no need for him to be doing any piloting of any ships at this point. He's kind of used to this, perhaps. And yes, you see Captain Steubing's going down to assist with some of the baggage, and Cindy's there to take your empty champagne glass and to give you a fresh one at the same time as you
Oh,
board.
you're such a doll.
And Ashley is the only one that Mac actually walks down the gangplank and meets at the bottom and takes her hand and walks her up.
So once Elizabeth is, I'm certain she's nice and secure on the ship. I'm going to go back down, get all my bags because I got quite a bit of luggage with me.
All right, you want to describe some of the luggage that you're carrying now?
Well, there's a hold all that's carrying maybe a couple of changes of clothes, not clothes. And there's a couple of like hard sort of protective cases, as well as a gun case as well. So
Very nice, very good.
Real level up on deck.
And Ashley, you want to describe some of your bling bling? What would you be wearing?
I've got various rings on there, nothing of any value. I have got a necklace on. It's just like a heart-shaped diamond pendant, which is actually real diamonds. It's quite expensive. I'm missing an earring because obviously I've been out on the lash. So yeah, it fell out last night somewhere.
Excellent. And Mac, we didn't get a chance to hear what you're wearing. How are you dressed?
Yeah, so Mac is probably your archetypal tall, dark, and handsome fellow. He kind of has this air of wealth about him. He's wearing kind of dark grey cargo pants and these immaculate white deck shoes, and a bright red T-shirt as he's kind of welcoming people on board the ship. Yeah, he has an air of confidence, and yeah, just he kind of exudes this idea of wealth and opulence.
Excellent. So we're going to take a look at the deck plans of the ship. And as you guys are settling in after enjoying champagne and some little finger foods that were also prepared to welcome people aboard, you'll see that the Delilah, and as we talk about the Delilah, did Mac do anything to the back of the ship where it says Delilah? Does it still say Delilah on there, or it has to still say Delilah because that's how the christened. But has anything special been done at all that people would have noticed, or is it just Delilah for now?
There's actually there's quite a noticeably large decal next to the name, which is kind of like of a big red heart with a dagger stuck through it, and little red blood droplets kind of coming down where the dagger has pierced it.
Wow.
And that would be done in such a way that it would be noticed by anybody who saw the back of the ship, depending on how they're coming onto the ship. But
yeah, it's really prominent. Yeah.
Well, excellent. So if we take a look at the Delilah, which everybody should see, there are basically three main decks. That there is the sun deck, there is the main deck, and there is the sleeping quarters. And on the sun deck, everybody knows you have a beautiful sun lounge there. You have a place where the captain can pilot the ship. You have as well a dinghy, which is the lifeboat / motorboat for water skiing and other sports. There is still a jet ski aboard. These are some of the amenities that will be available to you during the cruise to enjoy. On the main deck, you have an open area that is still covered, where you have the hot tub, you have interior lounge, you have your dining room area, as well as the kitchen and a lounge towards the front of the ship, where there is another place to pilot the ship from. So In inclement weather, when you don't want to be outside, the ship can be piloted from the indoor location. And now I'm going to call your attention to the rooming deck, the berth deck. There are currently 4 unoccupied bedrooms. Bedrooms 5 and 6, which are towards the front of the ship, are taken by Cindy and Captain Steubings. However, there are still 5 of you and 4 bedrooms. So Mac would have been the one to arrange the sleeping arrangements and who gets which of the bedrooms. So Mac, why don't you assign the bedrooms to everybody? Where I think bedroom 2 would be obviously yours, as it's the, I believe, most opulent of them with the fanciest of all the bathrooms.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely take that. So if I have bedroom 2, I think I would allow bedroom 3 would be bedroom 3 is going to be Ashley. Yeah, bedroom 4 would be. I mean, it's there's a single. Well, there's 2 singles in there, isn't it? So I'm assuming that Dennis is going to have to take one of those with his charge, Liz. I mean, I wasn't expecting Liz, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So maybe that was a last minute change. Maybe I'd put somebody else in there first, which means that bedroom 1 will be for the lawyer. No, actually, it wouldn't.
You're a
It might
good
be
man,
for my.
Mike. No, too late. I already got the keys.
Well, this is an interesting one. I think what I'm going to have to do. Bedroom 3 is going to be Mac and not Mac. Is going to be Ashley and Liz. They're going to have to share that, right? It's only fair. Which means bedroom 4 is going to be it's going to be and maybe it's going to be Dennis and Matthew, and perhaps Matthew might feel a bit put out by that because being Mac's best friend, maybe he kind of might feel a bit put out by that. But Max put him in there with Dennis, which means that his lawyer gets bedroom
number
1. Yeah,
I'm still happy with this arrangement.
that's fine.
Also,
Well, you got to keep the lawyers
keys.
happy, haven't you?
Especially lawyers that are your friends.
Well, lawyers. Yeah. So that's kind of the arrangements. That's how we're going. So,
Excellent.
Yeah. If
All
anybody
right,
has
so
any
you-
complaints, you can see the captain. He'll-
Which captain? There are 2 captains of the ship,
Well,
apparently.
that's right. Well, I'm not going to say which one.
Okay, excellent.
I assume the crew are 5 and 6.
Yes,
correct.
they are. Yeah.
Or do they just sleep on the top deck? Gonna earn your bed.
Yeah.
All right. So Cindy, as she's welcoming you aboard, makes you aware of all the wonderful activities that you're going to be doing on the ship. There's jet skiing. There'll be water skiing. There's, just leisurely time enjoying the hot tub. And other activities and anything that she can do to make your stay here more comfortable, other than changing your room assignments, she will be very happy to do. And so you head off. And this is about what the trip would be from Boston to Liverpool. It is just shy of a 14-day journey, which heads up the coast of the United States up towards Canada, and then at the point where you're around just a little north of Nova Scotia, then and just heading to the tip of Labrador. Do you begin to start to head east across the North Atlantic Ocean? And it's a beautiful day, and everybody is out on the sun deck, and everybody is enjoying themselves, assuming immensely. And we're going to start off on day 1 of 14. And you guys are just cruising along the eastern coast of the United States. Is there anything particular anybody would like to be doing at this point during the voyage? Is anybody going to take the jet ski out? I mean, the boat's not going at a huge pace. It's you're still able to enjoy and do water sports or conduct any other activities that you would like aboard.
I'm gonna go over and find Mac and say, so I brought the scoot shooting set along. I remember you saying you wanted to, get a hang of the shotgun. So I brought the kit along. If you want to try a bit of shooting out the back,
Yeah,
off
sure.
the bow,
That sounds
or
like
whatever
a
you
lot
think
of fun.
it's better to set it up.
I will shoot off the back of the ship.
Probably best. Don't want the shrapnel coming back and hitting.
No, I mean the boat's not that fast, but yeah, we'll that sounds like a lot of fun. Let's do that.
Yeah, cool. I'll go and retrieve that from my cabin and get about setting that up.
Okay, and as you go about doing that, Cindy goes, "Oh, wonderful! There's going to be skeet shooting," and she gets out a clipboard and a pen, and she's like, "Oh, well, is everybody joining for skeet shooting? What wonderful fun!"
I don't know.
Will everybody else be
everybody, Cindy? Huh? Why don't you go and invite them? Hey.
Well, that's what she's here to do. She's here to make sure that everybody is having fun. And she goes, "And are we going to make this a friendly competition, or will there be a little wagering involved in it?"
I'm happy to put some money on it, Mac. If you feel that way inclined.
All right, feeling confident.
Yeah, don't let the staff peer pressure you into a bad decision.
I could do with topping up my wages. So yeah, I'll
seen your
happy to take
finances.
the money off you.
All right. So, what I'd like to call everybody's attention to is if you open up your character sheets on the inventory at the bottom, you will see cash and assets. So you have your spending level, you have the amount of cash that's kind of immediately available to you, and then you have assets. So what I need to know from the players are how many people are going to partake in this activity, and what is the wager going to be?
I kind of, as this is kind of mentioned, I kind of look across at Dennis and, well, it's your idea. Why don't you set the level?
Say, I know, 50 for a clear run.
$50.
Yeah. Down at 50 for a clear run.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're on. Anyone else?
They'll cover drinks when we reach port.
I'm in the hot tub at the time and shout across, what we shooting? Delilah?
No, you don't want to shoot Delilah. We got to use Delilah to get across the ocean.
No. What we shoot? So what's this thing we're doing?
Clay pigeon? Eat.
Oh, it's like clay pigeon, but into the sea.
That's
Yeah.
Oh, I'll do that then. Let me just down this champagne and then I'll come join you.
What about you, Matthew?
No, I'll watch, but I'll not take part.
Oh, come on, Matthew. Don't be a bore all your life.
No, I'm not a fan of guns. I've never shot one, so
There's a first time for everything.
I'm more interested in taking the jet ski out. Is Liz on deck?
Yes, as a matter of fact, she is.
What, is she quite good looking? And how old is she?
Well, Liz, let's see if I could share her portrait. She is quite attractive. She is quite young, but she is still very much under the charge of Dennis, correct?
Yeah.
So, Dennis, you might
Be careful,
notice
he's got a shotgun.
Matthew is taking a little shine to Liz.
I'll ask her if she wants to come out on the jet ski with me.
Oh, she's definitely up for going onto the jet ski.
I won't just off on the jet ski with her. I'll go over to Dennis and I'll say, is it okay if she comes out on the jet ski with me?
I don't think he's her dad.
No, he's not.
Does she want to go out on the jet ski with him?
No, that's a casual comment.
Yeah, for the duration of this journey, I am her dad. I'm taking that role.
Well,
I mean, I've come over and asked you.
Liz is older than Matthew.
She wants to come.
Okay, they're the same age.
Oh,
She'll definitely join you.
Right. So
Just make sure you jet ski on the opposite side of the ship from where we could be shooting.
Try not to do that.
So I'm not overly happy about it, but I'm not going to at this point. I'm not going to kick up a fuss about it.
yeah.
I mean, you
keep an eye on things.
it's very clear what you know about Matthew. It's in there. You're familiar with him.
Yes, exactly.
So
I'm aware of your reputation, Matthew. So
we're definitely going to. We will be resolving though this skeet shooting, and we're going to say that it's you guys get a chance to run through 5 rounds of skeet shooting. So we have $250 on the line for each person. Winner who will be taking away $1,000 at the end of this session. So I'd like everybody to go ahead and give me their shotgun rolls to see how well do they do and who in general is winning this $1,000 jackpot.
For Mac's last one, I was gonna rummage through the briefcase and just grab one of the photos of Delilah and peg it to the last skeet. If you like, for good luck.
A 0.5 from Ashley.
Well,
I think Ashley's going to be $1,000.
I think it helped.
She is spot on. Those pictures of Delilah must have really helped. Not even that threw you off your game, man.
Yeah, I think Mac's a little rattled by that one.
That's
Yeah.
there we go.
Yeah, it's not even close at this point.
Hey, who told you to shoot, Ashley? You better back off the horse.
Well,
Matthew's dead.
dearie. There has been a critical malfunction
Oh my god!
to
Oh my
this
god!
shotgun. I'm wondering if you're just going to leave it like that or try to repair it sometime during the cruise, because I believe that shotgun has either I believe the mechanic is that it loses reliability. No, it malfunctions. It is an absolute malfunction. So, at that point, kind of, you can't continue anymore. So you really only had those 5 rounds. And yes, Ashley is the winner, walking away with a $1,000.
You'd be like, Mac, where did your boy there find this freaking shotgun?
But
I can imagine, actually, as this contest was happening, and if Daniel's gun misfires on that first shot, it's like, you're still paying.
That's fine, I can afford it. It's like coffee.
And let's actually do this. So I would like everybody to roll me a D20. Everybody who is firing the shots, please.
A D20?
Yes,
including myself.
D20, which is at the bottom. You can just throw it into the thing.
Oh, did I just roll one?
Yes,
No.
no, not yet. You toss it into the chat box.
Oh,
Sure, go on.
You didn't say whether higher was better.
yeah, we don't know.
It's-
No,
I
it might
didn't.
like lower is worse.
Well, that's fine. So, just for the record, there are 59 more shots left to the ammunition that you carried aboard.
Okay.
So not that bad. You didn't wind up doing. Yeah, Dan only got 4 shots off before it malfunctioned, and there was no more firing. But we do have a shotgun that is malfunctioned, and so.
Is it blocked or is it damaged or?
You may be able to repair it with the tools that you could find on board and materials. You'll have to let me know how you intend on making reparations. If anybody here has a kit, if anybody is offering, if anybody thinks they're skilled enough with repairing guns on a pleasure cruise, then definitely that is something that may be an interesting activity, leisure activity.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's it. And how are we doing on the jet ski? How's Matthew doing with Liz?
Dodging bullets.
Exactly. You hear some cursing and some screaming and yelling and
Lots of
encouragement.
laughter.
It's Ashley seems to be very happy up there. You can hear her screaming for joy.
Mhm.
And that's above the sound of the engine of the jet ski, which is not a quiet ride.
I'll be going fairly fast, but I'll not do anything stupid or dangerous because I don't have a skill in it. What would it be? Ride skill?
Sure. It might be a pilot skill if you have that skill. Pilot a boat. If not, I'll accept ride.
No, there's hold on. Pilot. No, I don't have. No, there's no pilot.
Now we're not looking for any successes in this because anybody can be riding a jet ski and Cindy was very sure to make sure you were all wearing life jackets. It's very important. Safety is very important to her. We're just looking not for 95 or over 95.
Don't go with ride.
Yeah, exactly.
All good. So just roll a ride then.
Sure.
Okay, where's it working?
And while we're waiting for that roll to go hand, it's coming towards evening. I mean, you left mid-morning to early afternoon. What, Mac, did you have planned for dinner? What was on the menu for everybody?
Ooh. I think it's gonna be fish to start with, isn't it? It's gonna be the first meal that we have on the ship because thematically appropriate. So that is definitely what we're going to be doing. Yeah,
and it's fresh and available.
Going to
yeah. But as we're getting ready for dinner, I kind of just a moment. I kind of take Daniel aside. We kind of pour whiskey and kind of say to him, I wanted to thank you for arranging the deal, the buyer. I mean, it's going to be sad to see her go, but well, how things are.
Well, yeah. Well, happy to help my friend.
Anyway,
it's only like you can get a clean slate, start afresh with something new.
Well, with the crash and everything, money's getting a bit tight. I need to. Well, I just haven't been able to come up with a goddamn idea for a while now.
Well, let's hope maybe the trip will give you some R&R and Something will come up. You get an idea, I'm sure of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at that, I'd like everybody else who's not involved in that conversation to roll me a listen roll, please. So, Dennis, you know, you heard that conversation, and you just didn't hear it in passing. You were actually sitting down somewhere not too far, but unnoticed, and you heard everything that went on in that conversation. Perhaps it's just your natural instincts as a professional private security consultant. You're always listening out for information, and your mind is just always tuned to these kinds of things. But yes, you definitely heard the conversation that just occurred.
Well, I'm not going to engage. I'll just file it away for now.
And perhaps you also hear the next bit as well, then, where I say, I've arranged a little bit of a detour.
Detour?
Yeah.
For some sightseeing?
Maybe. Hopefully get the creative juices flowing, you know?
And at that, Cindy...
I'm never going to pass down a slightly longer cruise.
At that, Cindy comes along and says, so Mac, what drinks am I taking out from downstairs for tonight's dinner? Which section? And you know by which section she kind of means, you know, what quality of booze did you want to serve at tonight's dinner? Is it general stock, you know, better stock, special stock?
Yeah.
I overhear this and I shout, "Don't forget the shots!"
I kind of wink at Cindy and kind of say, yeah, well, we'll save the really good stuff for the celebration, eh?
Wonderful. I know exactly what you mean. And she goes off and she's busying herself preparing dinner, and it's all rather pleasant and rather enjoyable. The wine is I guess it would be white wine that you're pairing with fish. Is the perfect selection. The vegetables are still fresh, and you could just taste the freshness of them. And you guys are enjoying it, we'll say, up on the sun deck. You're enjoying it outdoors while it's still warm enough, maybe not too windy yet, and you're still kind of, you know, hugging the coast. And you all enjoy a very pleasant dinner, and after dinner of eating and drinking and talking and enjoying yourselves on the cruise. And I'm going to ask, is anybody doing anything specific before everybody retires for the evening and we move on to day 2?
Mix some drinks.
Yeah.
Doing shots at the bar before I go bed.
I want to ask about if any of the crew is has any talent with mechanical repair that might be able to repair my gun, because I'm hopeless at that, and I would probably destroy it rather than repair it.
Sounds like you should have brought better merch.
That was a top quality gun. That
Was.
Yeah, top quality from a flea market.
Until you had got your hands on it.
I mean, you literally pointed, shoot. I did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll try to mix up. I'll mix up like some Rhode Island Red.
But I want to take Mac aside as well.
For the group. To impress everybody.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Signature cocktail from back home.
Nice.
Just so you should know, on this ship, the bar happens to be anywhere anybody wants it to be on the ship. Cindy is very accommodating with the drinks.
Bedroom 1, please.
But yeah, I want to catch Mac when he's on his own and
Yeah.
take him to one side. So, yeah, you know me, Mac. It's none of my business your financial concerns. So long as my bills are paid, that's all I'm bothered about. But what's this about a detour? I've got got young Liz under my charge, and I've promised her father I'm going to get her back home as soon as. There was no mention of this detour.
Yeah, look, it's just, I don't know, a couple of days maybe. You don't have to worry about it. Don't you? It'll be fine. Don't you worry about it. I got everything in hand.
Well, you know, that's my business, Mac. You know that. It's my business to worry. So what's the deal?
Hey, look, you're not here on business, man. This is a cruise. Just take it easy. Nothing is going to happen to Liz, what her name is. It's going to be fine. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Well, I'll hold you to that, Mac.
Sure. Go and get a drink.
Yeah, I'll go get a drink.
Yeah, I think I was gonna say like because it like would have been pulled to one side. I would like if it because it would have looked a bit like tense. I would have just like sort of like interjected and just be like given Dennis a drink. Like go and get this down. You're looking a bit tense, like you've never been on a holiday before. Come on, let's go back to the party.
Every day is a holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna find some time, I suppose. I better go and see Matthew. If he's not too busy with engaging with Liz.
Well, Matthew is certainly back from the ride. It's after dinner, and so where is Matthew at this point? As everybody is, retiring after dinner and enjoying drinks on the upper
on the jet ski.
I will have put most of my attention into Liz, making sure she's having a good time. I'm having a good time.
Excellent. So I think probably a charm roll would be called for, and the way to do that is on your skills tab, where you have charm. There's a number. Just double click that number. And I'm going to actually give you a second roll because you've just been so charming. I was going to mention you do get the bonus die on that because, the environment. You're on the Delilah, you're taking her out on the jet ski. How could one not have a charming experience and enjoy it?
Well,
that's a romantic boat with a giant heart on the back of it.
Trying to art.
It looks like it needs to keep an eye on it all.
Just so that we understand the implications of a 94. So, due to the fact that your skill level in charm is under 50, I believe it's a 95 or a 96 to 100 would be a complete failure, a complete bust with interesting consequences. However, this was the bonus die, and the better of the two rolls is the 52, and it's not a critical failure by any means. And so she's enjoying your company. Maybe you didn't make the greatest impression, but the environment and the activity and the wine and everything else, she's having a perfectly delightful time.
And perhaps at some point while they're having their little get together, I don't know, maybe up on deck or something like that, perhaps they both become aware of Mac just kind of standing there watching them. He's not saying anything, he's just kind of standing there watching them both as they're doing whatever they're doing until he gets uncomfortable.
I'll wait.
Yeah.
Not when you get uncomfortable, it's when he gets uncomfortable.
Yeah. And you wave, and Mac just kind of, I'm just standing there watching you.
Not drinking. I'll become apparent for everybody. I don't drink any alcohol. Well,
yeah.
But else drinking and enjoying stuff. I'm on the fruit juice and lemonade.
Yeah, unless I'm otherwise engaged, I'll make a point to go in and see Just from a distance, seeing what Liz is up to. Keep an eye out.
Liz, come on! I've got a load of shots lined up. Come on over.
So Liz doesn't seem to be bothered by anything. Nor is she, unduly impressed by anything. She's enjoying herself on the yacht, and it's a nice experience. But she's no stranger to social scenes, and she's no stranger to the arts. She was trying to make it into the arts, dance and performance in New York. And so it kind of, everybody here is she's very polite, but maybe Matthew's not quite at her level yet from the type of people that she's used to being with around the the arts scene. Perhaps not yet. But tomorrow's also another day.
Whereabouts in England she's from?
Yes, she is from a quite well-to-do family in Liverpool.
She's from
Liverpool.
Yes,
Right.
her family has
man.
it's a family mansion that she has spoken to you about, and she describes it as your, as you guys are together and doing the activities. She's constantly referring back to her family, how well off they are by inference. The house is huge, and they've had this many housekeepers quit because it was just too much for them, and then they had to hire a team of housekeepers, and so she goes on and on about that, and you notice that she's always fingering this silver pendant, and just something that she keeps close to her all the time, and when you ask about her, she says, well, this was from my first dance teacher. He's what got me into this passion for dance, and that is why I absolutely had to go and study in New York in his honor, because he lit in me such a love for dance and such a passion for that art that I just want to go to the top. And I just know if Daddy let me stay in New York just a little bit longer, I'm sure I could have made it big. I was making such inroads with the people there, and it becomes obvious that yes, she's enjoying your company, but more because she has somebody she can talk to and tell you about her. She's not quite as interested in finding out about you.
Dennis isn't. This is like a business arrangement with her father to bring her back.
Business arrangements. They're old army buddies. You can't split people like that. There's nothing those two wouldn't do for each other. Running around in the mud all day long makes people extremely close, apparently.
It's important to have dreams, and if it's that important to you, maybe you should have stayed in the US.
Yeah, I would have liked that, but I'm sure Daddy will let me go back. But like a cruise, this was and a chance to meet Mac. I mean, he's wrote some successful books. I've read up about him. He's quite well to do. So maybe he could introduce me to people. I'm not going to give up an opportunity to spend 2 weeks on Mac's ship. Maybe get his attention. That would be something.
Mark's a good guy. He's he probably could help me.
And he still looks good. I mean, he doesn't look old at all. I mean, even though he's in his 30s now, but he still looks okay for an old man.
Yeah, he don't look too bad. But I don't think he's looking for anybody at the moment. He's still getting over his divorce.
Yeah, I read about that. That's that's so horrible. In the society pages, you know what they're saying, eh? He beat her. and that's why they had
Oh
to
no,
divorce.
I don't know about that. He's not. He wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah, he had a temper. He got angry. I heard. I don't know if it's true.
He
or
can
not.
have a temper, but I'm pretty sure he'd never hit a lady.
Anyways, bad divorce is bad business all around.
Yeah, but best stay clear of him. You don't want to get messed up in that.
No, must be hard for him to be on the boat that he named after his ex-wife.
Yeah,
That's
it is
gotta be
awkward,
awkward. Like,
isn't it?
walking out. Did you see what he did to the back there with the heart and the? I mean, that's sign of that's the sign of a mind that's been affected by something. You know, that's. Anyways, it's going to be a fun cruise. I could tell. Such interesting people. What do you make of this Ashley character? She's like, like all full of herself and everything.
Yeah, I think she's a little bit too full of herself. Not my type of girl.
Yeah. But do you think Chuck Mac invited her on board because something? Is he hoping for something? I mean, she's got to be half his age. Look at that.
They used to have a thing. Maybe.
Really?
Yeah, maybe he wants.
Oh.
He wants to get back with her. I don't know.
Well, I'll certainly sleep with one eye open tonight. I'm going to see if that door opens, and when I wake up, will I still have a roommate or not? This is going to be interesting. An interesting cruise, interesting night. I'm glad I'm going back home to visit Daddy. He thinks I'm coming home for a while. I missed home. I'll come back. I'll mope around the house for a bit. I'll tell him how much I miss New York and my friends, and it's got to be less expensive now that everything's crashed in the States. I mean, it's not going to be as expensive. It won't cost him as much to keep me in New York as it used to.
I'm looking forward to getting to the UK. I'm going to trace my family. I've got family roots that go in Liverpool.
Really? Oh.
Maybe you could help me get around Liverpool and find my family.
Yeah. Oh, I hear Liz calling me for shots. Ashley, I hear Ashley calling me for shots. That sounds good. We'll talk about that more later.
Cool.
And Ashley, Liz, as
Come on, Daddy's girl. Come get it.
Matthew talk about himself and what he wants to do and asking for help. You conveniently, called her away, and she goes, "Oh, thank you, sister."
Just down this now. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
All right, and she downs it now, and let's have a little. I don't know if it's power or is it Constitution.
Constitution.
It is Constitution. Yeah, Liz is going to roll her Constitution.
Turns out it's 99.
And she's fine. So she's keeping up. She's definitely keeping up. And if anybody else is going to be doing anything at all this evening while everybody retires, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to call
Matthew on his own. Just after Liz has left, I've been standing there watching them, and it's been a bit weird. And then when she's kind of gone, I kind of just standing there as if I'm expecting him to come over to me.
I'll come over to you like a good boy.
Yeah, good lad.
What's up, Mark?
Hey, how you doing, Matthew?
I'm doing good.
You keeping well? You keeping safe? Yeah. I see you've got a bit of a interest. I look back towards where Liz has just walked off.
No, we just spent a bit of time together. I'm interested in the UK, and I jumped at the chance for this trip.
In the UK, yeah.
Let's just while you've got me, what's this detour?
Oh, it's no big deal. It's just a little diversion. It's going to be fun. You'll like it. It'll be good. It'll be cool. And maybe, if we're lucky, maybe it'll help with that little debt you've got with me.
Oh, I'm intrigued. What is the detour?
Well, you don't have to worry about that right now. Just enjoy yourself, but maybe not too much, eh?
I
wink.
No, I don't think she's.
Yeah.
I don't think she's interested.
Okay. And I just kind of pat him on the face, like, I love you like a brother. You take care now. Speak to you in a bit.
Sure.
And I'll just wander off back into the ship with the rest of the crowd.
Excellent. And Ashley, is there anything special other than drinking that's happening tonight, or are we all tired enough now to retire?
What time is it?
Well, it is either time that people are already going down into their bunks for some rest, or it's
bedtime
earlier than that, and you're letting me know if you'd like to do anything during this time.
Like 1 a.m.? I mean, we don't have to go to work tomorrow.
That's a good point.
It can be as late as you like.
I shout Mac across. Mac!
And Mac will certainly indulge you.
Watch out. He's turning on the charm.
Ashley,
Take a shot with me.
you remember what happened last time?
I certainly do. Take a shot.
And I will do. I certainly will help out with that. Yeah.
So, got rid of the wench then, finally.
Well, these things happen, don't they? How have you been, Ashley? Have you been okay? You thought about that night much?
Maybe I have. Maybe
Well,
we should revisit it one day, but not tonight. I'm going to get Liz wasted.
Okay.
And you need to charm me.
Invited you on a fucking cruise.
Nah, I'm not easy. Take another shot.
And I will.
And is Dennis doing anything else before retiring?
Yes. If I can, I'm gonna go and have a wander over to the pilot station. Is that what you call it? On both of them, and see if there's anything lying around that sort of indicate what this detour is.
So what you've noticed is that Captain Steubings is not at the pilot station now. You haven't seen him for a while. He's likely resting as the pilots need to take turns and always be, I think, available at the piloting station. So you see Cindy is currently manning the piloting station, and she looks up to you, and she would be in the one on the main deck.
Okay.
At this point, so not outside. So certainly, if you wanted to go to the sun deck to see if you could see anything around that piloting station, but currently the piloting station that is the one that's active and being used is the one in the on the main deck.
Yeah, I'll check the one on the sun deck first. But if there's nothing there, I'll go and I'll go down to.
You can go ahead and give me a luck roll.
Yeah. Okay. Where is it? Oh, there we are. Oh, God. Oh,
Wow.
Holy
So-
shit.
that
That-
wasn't considering my luck.
That is quite excellent, and so you can see that there is a book that was left up there, and it's this rather large book, and it has charts, and it is it's showing the current plans for heading out to Liverpool, and you can see that there's been some notations on it that look like they're in a different handwriting than other notations.
I don't recognize the handwriting at all. It's not probably might be familiar with Max.
No, I think with a 1, you absolutely recognize the writing on it.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. And you have received in the past personal handwritten messages from Mac, and you are 100% certain that Mac has made some notations on that chart.
Okay. I'll not spend too much. I'll get my iPhone out and I'll take some quite a few shots so I can study it later.
Sure. The one other piece of information that I will give you is that it looks like the notations are taking the ship off course from its original one, heading more towards Greenland.
Right.
Just slightly more towards Greenland.
Is there any indication of a destiny, what that destination would be, or?
It is in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Definitely, there's nothing more there. It's just a bunch of coordinates.
Yeah.
Do you have any navigation skill?
Good question. I do actually. Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you give a navigation roll? You are on fire.
Wow.
You are, wow.
Wow.
Well,
It'll all go wrong eventually.
who knew that the main plot would have been discovered in the first 90 minutes of the game? That's not quite how it was imagined to be, but
It turns out it is going to be a one shot.
does tell an interesting story.
We're
So
about
you,
to
well.
kill everyone else when the tentacle just comes out of the water and just drags you under and you make a new character.
well, there are plenty more surprises to come, but this is not going to be a surprise. You know exactly where it's taking you. It's taking you somewhere out. It's still in the Atlantic. There's no distinguishing marks. It's just an area mark, but you do know that this would take you probably 2 to 3 days out of your way.
Uh-huh.
So it would be a trip of, sorry. Sorry, I just thought I should put my phone on mute. But you know that, yes, it would take about 2 to 3 days out of the way based on your navigation. It is a location somewhere in the middle of the Atlantic, and there is no distinguishing mark there or anything for you to understand
No indication
what would
of
be
the
at that location other than a lot of water.
So there's no indication of the reason why it's that specific spot. No.
Not on that paper.
Okay. Okay, I'll leave it at that then for now. Like I said,
Okay.
I'll just take some copies of with my camera on my phone and file it away.
Yeah, excellent. Matthew, After the conversation with Liz, is there anything else you'll be doing prior to retiring for the evening?
No, I will retire.
And what is Daniel doing for the rest of the evening?
I think I was just gonna relax and enjoy the cool night air.
Yeah, I will.
And then just retire.
Yeah, and so I'll remind you that bedroom 1 is completely physically separated from bedrooms 5 and 6 by a it's not, you can't even access those rooms from this level. You would have to get onto the main deck and then go down another staircase to get there.
And I had no intention of sleeping that tonight.
Correct. And so, Ashley, is there anything else other than the time that you're spending with Liz? And is Mac doing anything else prior to retiring?
I take another shot, and as I do that, I kind of nearly fall off the chair and go, yeah, that's it. I'm gone. I'm fucked. I'm going to bed. And I just stagger off.
Excellent. And Mac?
And so I kind of watch Ashley as she kind of leaves. Kind of, there's like a look on his face where he's not quite sure whether to take advantage of this situation or not. And he decides that probably now is not really the time. He just downs the last of his shots and heads back to his cabin.
So I'm going to call the evening, and we are going to move on to day 2. I will mention that whether or not Liz wakes up in the middle of the night to find that she is alone in bedroom 3, you said, or bedroom 4?
Bedroom 3, I think, yeah.
Bedroom 3 is unimportant to the story and left up to the viewer's imagination. But the story will continue regardless of that piece of information being told. And the next day, you guys aren't waking up early at all. It was the first night on a cruise, and you guys have definitely enjoyed the very generous amounts of food and alcohol and enjoyment, plus the activities that have been taken, water sports and everything else has had everybody, I guess, knackered would be the proper term, I suppose.
That would be the British colloquialism. I can't even say it. Anyway, that thing.
And so whenever people want to wake up on day 2 is completely up to them. If you're up in time for breakfast, breakfast is meat and eggs and hash browns and traditional American fanfare of food, that comfort food in the morning. Freshly squeezed orange juice, of course, with optional add-ons to the drinks. If you're, what is it, catching hair of the monkey, or I don't know what that
hair of the dog
is. Hair of the dog. Thank you. I knew I could count on energy for that.
Hair of the monkey in this game, though.
Well, I'll tell you exactly how familiar I am with drinking and drinking terms. And if you're not there for breakfast, then there's a lovely brunch with bagel and lox and cream cheese and, again, orange juice. And if you're not in time for brunch, then you're in time for lunch. And lunch is going to be equally scrumptious.
I don't arrive until lunch with sunglasses and
Alka-Seltzer.
Yeah. I just sort of like shuffle in and sit at the table, light a cigarette. Put my hat over my head, and I'm just like.
And as you come up, you could see whoever else happens to be up on the sun deck now. They see you perhaps with a wide brimmed hat and then the sunglasses on and protecting you. You see Cindy is there, and right over there is the coast of Nova Scotia. That's not the most eastern point of Canada. Contrary to popular belief, that would be St. John's, but we're not going to get there until likely, later on towards the evening today. If you're lucky, you'll still see the lighthouses from St. John, and you'll be able to see the most eastern part of of Canada from there as well. And she's just going on about that and giving entertainment to everybody. She'll go ahead to Dennis and say, "Oh, Dennis, is Skeet shooting on for the date today as well?"
Muted.
Okay. So long as we can get the my shotgun repaired, just need to see maybe perhaps the captain is handy with mechanics.
Oh well, maybe the captain might be, but I may also be able to help you with that as well.
That'd be fantastic.
Mm-hmm. And she will actually she'll spend part of the day doing that. I can definitely take that role, and we'll see how she does. You saw it here; it was a regular success, and your gun is repaired.
Okay. Right.
Is Ashley feeling a little bit too? Is the eyesight too impaired for another round of skeet shooting today? A little friendly wager, or is it?
Yeah, it's not happening today.
Not happening today.
Is it more the noise that's the problem?
Yeah, I suppose it gives everyone else a fighting chance.
It's not happening today. And if you could all just stop with the chatter just for 10 minutes. Kind of do it. Yeah, we can look out a window. We can see. Just be quiet.
And as you say, we could look out the window and stuff. Of course, Cindy is looking, a little like.
Yeah. Are we on the top
sun desk? It's like yes.
I love it. She's just sort of like fallen over, and she's staring through one of the glass panels on the side of the boat.
I was thinking she's just confusing the sunglasses for windows.
And perhaps Cindy is actually Canadian. We didn't know. We didn't ask, but
she's incredibly polite and charming. So
no, she's bound to be
Canadian.
Is that she actually comes up to you after you say that? Sorry, maybe this will help. And she has 2 Tylenol and orange juice on a silver tray that she's presenting you with.
I'd just say I am so grateful. You are wonderful. I'm sorry I was snappy, but
no, not at all. I was a little loud, and you just did get up. It's a little.
I'm just a little bit discombobulated. My head hurts. The waves. It's just I'm out of sorts. You're a lovely girl.
Yeah, you let me know if you want me to kind of tone down the amount of alcohol I bring your way if you're, not in the mood as much.
No, that's fine. Gotta keep the party going. I just gotta get back on the saddle. Hair with the monkey and all that.
And what we're going to do for day 2 is we are going to let day 2 continue on. And I will ask the players in turn, is there anything specific that they want to be doing on day 2? So let's start off with Matthew.
I'll go out on the jet ski again. Does Liz want to go again, or has she lost interest?
No, she'll absolutely join you on the jet ski. 100%. You're not quite sure her motivations or her inclinations at the moment, but yeah, you're a young man. You're exactly her age, and she will enjoy spending time with you. As long as you're still gonna, do activities and be active on the ship, she will join you.
We'll ask her. Did anybody get up during the night? Did you notice?
I slept through it. I didn't notice anything. I only hope I didn't snore. That would be embarrassing. With, Ashley there and everything. I was such a heavy sleeper. I'm not used to drinking that much. I mean, I do drink, but wow. Yeah, Ashley's hard to keep up with.
Got a question for you. Has Dennis said anything about this detour, what we're doing?
Detour? What?
The ship's going. We're having a slight detour, and Mac said something funny to me last night. Said there might be a chance of me paying my debts. So, money. It was a really weird conversation.
Wow, maybe he's going after pirate treasure then. That sounds exciting.
Pirate treasure?
Oh, I don't know. What else? What else could it be? I mean, detour?
Maybe that's why he's invited me, because I do a bit of diving.
Oh.
Maybe he's just using me. It's not. I thought we were like really close friends, but he won't tell me what it is.
You dive? Have you ever found pirate treasure?
No.
But
I'll take you diving. We could do some diving.
You can teach me how to dive?
Yeah.
I can go diving?
Yeah, I'm sure you can if Dennis lets you.
Dennis isn't the boss of me.
All right, sure thing then. We'll go diving.
Sure, yeah. You're going to carry that big pack for me. It looks heavy, that stuff, right? I don't have to carry that, do I?
No, you kind of need that to do the diving, but just do some
looks hard.
local work first.
Yeah, snorkeling. Maybe snorkeling will be nice. You think there's anything? You think there's going to be like interesting fish to look at around here?
No, I don't know. We'll see. Depends where we end up. I'm intrigued. I want to know where we're going.
Okay, and I think at this now you have definitely succeeded in earning a charm roll because of all this excitement around pirate treasure and diving, and maybe she's going to find it. So I'm going to have you roll your charm, but before you do so, please toggle the +2B at the bottom of the Fancy Grounds window. At the bottom left-hand side, if you don't have anything covering it, you should see there. Wow, looks.
There you go.
It still failed, but can I? I'm going to burn some luck.
Wow.
20 points of luck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true guy in his 20s. Like
Matthew
that is so apt.
Out to impress.
That is so apt. So yes,
I'm sure at their point this will come back to bite you in the ass.
I'm sure you won't need luck for any other part of this. It's only going to be 3 sessions, right? So
that was important to charm her.
That was important to charm her. So yes, you have succeeded in charming this English woman.
Down to 35 now. Ow. That's all you need.
Wow. I mean, kudos.
Definitely. Well,
I'd like to think everyone's sort of watching this from the deck.
Yeah, but you still know that 25-year-olds are fickle, so you'll probably have to roll your luck tomorrow to see if the charm continues.
That's
fine. As long as you got 20 points tomorrow, it'll be fine. Like Dan will go to Mac and just be like, it's kind of like watching a dog chasing a car. Like if it caught it, it wouldn't know what to do with it.
Well, at least now, it's completely fair to say that Liz is going to be occupied. Dennis, you don't have to worry about entertaining her anymore. Matthew and Liz on day 2 have become an item.
Oh, God.
Oh, no complications can occur from this.
What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Well, you might get married and have kids, and then we know what happens after that. So
I mean, love interest in horror scenarios.
Exactly.
It always ends well.
What could go wrong?
That's right. Help me. Excellent. Well done. Well spent. And so let's move on to Dennis.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so probably oblivious to this because I've got other things on my mind at the minute.
You're currently watching Cindy repair your gun, and you're just amazed.
Right. Well, like I said, I think my professional curiosity has been being aroused. And if she's happy doing, busy doing that, I think I'll retire to my room.
So you mean you have you have Cindy, who's right now handling your weapon, and you're just going to be content to move off somewhere else. I gotcha. Okay.
So I'm gonna go to my cabin. I'm gonna lock the door. I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get my my satellite phone out of my briefcase and my laptop. I'm gonna rig that up and check out if I've got a like a signal. And I'm gonna see. if I can find if there's anything. If there's anything about these coordinates, if I can find anything, I don't know, maybe shipping records, or maybe it's like, maybe it's maybe a shipwreck or like a known sunken wreck or something. I mean, is Mac's been over at Mac about his some problem with his finances, so maybe he's come up with some harebrained scheme for getting some money from somewhere. So yeah, I'll just go through, see if I can find out anything relevant about them particular coordinates.
Okay, excellent. So I do know a few things about the satellite phones. I from what I understand. Do you want to tell me which room you're in?
I am in bedroom 4. I'm gonna go in and lock the door. Right,
bedroom 4. So, we do know that satellite phones need to communicate with the satellites. We do know that the speed and connection and connectivity will be more reliable if you're close to a larger window or something, or outdoors, I believe. And in chat, I suppose any experts in this can correct me if I'm wrong. But you will succeed in getting a connection. However, the reliability of it from down here may be a little choppy, and the amount of time it might therefore take for you to get this information may be a little bit, it may be a consideration.
Okay, so use it, put it near the window. Is not going to be any aid that any at all.
No, we're going to say it's a considering factor. So go ahead and make that luck roll.
Okay, oh god. Come on.
Where you roll your 100.
Oh!
Somebody's on fire today.
Oh my god.
So, the information that you're getting from here, and again, I'm going to say it's the amount of time that you get this information in, is such that nobody has really noticed that you've been gone for that long. You're still quite close to the east coast of Canada, and the satellites are readily available, and you are able to get to the internet. And so what you find is that it is almost impossible to search for an event by a nautical location. You would need something more than that.
Yeah.
And as you're doing searches for things like lost ships or lost, whatever it is, it's not. You're not finding anything to correlate that specific area with anything specific.
Right.
But would there be anything else that you would like to be trying to find out with an extremely lucky roll in terms of how you've connected to the internet from this ship, which might be a little bit more difficult once you head out in the middle of the Atlantic?
Well, I'll check for more. I'll check for like news reports, things like that. But before, just see if anything comes up of interest from that. But if after I've done that, before I get to the chance of losing the signal, I'll make a point of maybe contacting the Coast Guard and inform her of like change of the planned course, and if that's possible, or certainly inform Liz's father as well that there's a delay because they've changed the planned course.
Okay, so I'm going to say yes. You're able to reach. You're still able to reach Liz's father. It would probably be more. Would you be doing it by email? Would you think?
If I can't speak to him directly, then yeah.
No, you could speak to him directly. He's and he'll go. So how is my Liz? How's she doing?
Oh, she's okay. A little bit, perhaps a little bit miffed about being dragged away from her dancing friends, but
she'll get over it. She's probably trying to concoct some sort of way to head back and make some excuse of why she has to go back to New York. Last time it was her best friend's birthday party and she just couldn't bear to be away. I tell you, I'm looking forward probably to weeks of moping around the house until, she comes up with some sort of plan to convince me why she's going to be happy going somewhere else and stuff. But man, I mean, jeez, it's expensive. The daughters are expensive. She's 25 years old already. I just start to look at her future and what she's going to do with her life, and stop all this silliness. Maybe you could talk some sense into her, and just give her the benefit of your life experience. By the way, can I say hi to her? Where is she? Is she there with you now?
I can see if I can get hold of her, and she's kind of distracted a little. Attention's distracted by the novelty of the voyage. But
you're on a yacht. She's got to be right there with you somewhere. You're not watching her. Where is she?
She's just up on board. It's okay. It's okay. You hang five. I'll go and get her.
And hang five on this is quite an expensive call.
I'll bill it.
It's I'll bill it.
It's a reverse the charge call.
Yeah.
So we're going to say that you were having this conversation, but you absolutely have no idea how to go out and contact Coast Guards to inform them of a change in. That would be done probably through proper channels and this and that. If you want to send an email somewhere, hoping that it sticks and gets somewhere, maybe. But
yeah. Well, I'll maybe email the like copies of the photos over to a father, and just a brief note saying that's the adjusted course, and then I'll go and find Liz.
You sound like the person who invests heavily in life insurance. I approve. That's very good. And I think with that, we'll move on to Charles. Anything special other than, arranging for all the meals in the ship and coordinating the entertainment and.
I don't know. I think if Danny's about. I'll probably kind of catch
Where else
him
am I gonna be?
aside. Yeah. You having a good time, Danny? It's important to me that you're having a good time. You having a good time?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, of course. Like, who couldn't have a good time on a cruise on a fancy ship like this?
Yeah, sure.
Why? What's on your mind, my friend?
No, nothing much. I don't know, Ashley. I don't know. What do you think of her?
Well, she certainly knows her way around around a shot glass. I can tell you that.
Yeah, she's a party girl, all right. I don't know. I mean,
Why? What are you thinking?
I don't know. She seems to be interested. I'm thinking maybe maybe a revisit might be in order. I don't know. You know, I value your opinion.
Well, I mean, given the circumstances, I suppose, I don't know, maybe a rebound will help you out. Clear your head.
Yeah. That's what I thought. That's what I thought too.
Same thing with, what? How many days we've left on the cruise now? Like 12?
Something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just...
I've lost count, man, already.
Just maybe cut yourself loose.
Yeah, maybe I will.
What happens on the cruise stays on the cruise, you know.
Oh, I keep calling you Ash, and yeah, okay, right.
And then
Ashley. Yeah, she doesn't like being called Ash apparently, so I got to remember that. Yeah. Anyway, well, I just wanted to make sure you were doing okay, you know. And I'll.
Yeah, I'm alright.
I'm not convinced, but I'll step away anyway.
And speaking of Daniel being okay, what is Daniel doing with day 2 on the cruise?
I'm not sure. Like, I think there's no like activities planned.
There's more skeet shooting if you want.
Yeah, there's
try a different gun.
The one that Ashley was using.
Yeah, I think I say if there's a bit of a lull, then like I think it might bring his mind to the detour as well.
Okay.
He might nose around that as well, like Dennis has been doing.
And how would you go about doing that then?
I think I'll probably just ask who's on deck at the moment. Is it Chrissy or Stubbins?
Captain Stubbins.
Stubbins. I'll just I'll just ask. So Mac mentioned, so like I'll just like keep it low anyway because I was sort of.
Mm-hmm.
So Mac mentioned there was a detour along the cruise. Did he tell you much about that?
No, not yet. Normally, Mac and I discuss every day, what we're doing in the cruise. He does sometimes pilot the ship as well. It's 3 of us here that take turns. But no, he hasn't brought my attention about any detour yet.
Maybe I played a fancy last night over drink.
No, but could be he detected weather. I'll check the weather. Normally, when the weather gets bad or if there's a storm expected, sometimes we'll take a little bit of a detour to bypass the choppy seas and the storms. Sometimes that's
maybe that was it.
I'll check the weather reports. I'll see if there's anything scheduled. I don't remember there being anything since last time.
Don't worry, it'll hit.
Ooh.
Ashley, any interesting events that Ashley is getting up to today on day 2?
No, I'm just gonna chill out. I'm trying to get my arse back into gear, ready for the evening.
Okay,
I'm
excellent.
Gonna eat some lunch, mooch about. Might watch some. Did they have a TV?
They do have a TV. Now it would be 2008, and there wouldn't be a lot of streaming. It was still quite expensive, so there'd be a lot of DVDs aboard.
Yeah, go and watch a rom-com.
Okay. Going to move on to is there going to be any skeet shooting activities today, or are we just going to give that a miss?
Not from me.
Oh yeah, give it one more go. I don't trust the equipment.
Just like
Maybe
Ashley, it'd be $1,000 US. All right, so let's
I will
do
facilitate this.
let's do some rolls for those who are actually participating in the skeet shooting today.
Oh,
That's a roll.
it's a roll.
It's
Oh, you bugger.
funny how
Oh.
you're a lot luckier when
Oh, you little bugger.
Oh.
well,
Damn you.
I would like to spend 18 points of luck. No, I'm kidding.
All right, so we have a hard success for Dennis, but that shouldn't be surprising. It is your equipment, Dennis, isn't it?
It is
Excellent.
finely
Okay.
tuned.
Very nice. So you are earning yourself, I believe it's now only 500 because it's 750 with you. But go ahead and everybody roll me those d20s, please.
Not only them that shooted, didn't it?
Only them that shooted, yes.
Shooted.
So this is saying how many shots you've done in the meantime. Holy shit.
Uh-huh.
Can I go back to roll 20, please?
The D&D players are so excited to see that. It's incredible.
Yeah, can we play D&D on this and then just, we'll use
Really
roll 20 for Cthulhu.
Yes. So, I believe that would
Bit
make it 11 shots left on the shotgun. So I don't think there'll be any more skeet shooting today. But why doesn't Mac go ahead and make me a luck roll?
Oh, because I don't know how. I failed.
Okay. All right. Okay. Everything's fine. Everything's good. And unless we are doing anything with our evening tonight, we are going to wake up in the morning of day 3.
Mm-hmm.
Where we shall leave the question of whether or not Liz is found sleeping the night through with Ashley, or whether it's missing. That is a question we won't answer.
Oh no, I'm
You're-
there. I'm in my bed.
Well, you are, yes. The question now is since Liz has been charmed, what are the implications for the evening's sleeping arrangements?
Oh, Liz.
We'll just leave that for a different part of the story.
It's giving me damage.
Day 3. So we have passed already the coast of Labrador. We are now heading more easterly towards, more darkly towards the UK. So we're a little bit, deeper out into sea. It's a wet day. It's a very gray day. The rain has been off and on all throughout the morning. And at this point, the sun lounge, the sun deck are just not dry enough for anybody to enjoy. There won't be any water sports today. It's just not a good day for it. And everybody finds themselves in the main deck or in their bedrooms. But the main deck, the hot tub, those types of things are all reasonable on a day with weather like this. Is anybody doing anything specific on this gray and rainy day? You're like still so far away from England, but it's just so reminiscent of it.
I think Mac is making use of the hot tub at this. And he's kind of sitting there, secretly hoping that perhaps Ashley might join him.
And everyone but Ashley in the tub.
Yeah.
I come out as if I was going to go into the hot tub and then go, oh, wait, sorry, I forgot something, and turn away and go back to my room. And then I come back in a few moments and say, I changed my mind. It's a little bit colder today. Mac, do you want a shot? Was it too early in the day for you?
I kind of look her up and down admiringly. Nah, it's a little early in the day for me.
Later, maybe.
Yeah, sure.
And a little earlier on that day, prior to heading into the, or we'll say a little bit later on after the hot tub, after a little bit right before lunch, Captain Stubings comes up to Mac and goes, Mac, are you... I noticed the changes in the chart. You realize this will take us a couple of days out of our way.
What's the problem?
No problem. I just noticed it. It's not on a course. There's no problem at all. Is there is there a reason we're going this way? Are you trying to prolong this
There's
trip?
always
I
a
know-
reason we're going somewhere. Stewings? There's always a reason.
Look,
You just don't need to know what it is yet.
I understand, Mac. It's tough saying goodbye to this old bird, and I'm surely gonna miss you as well. But you're just prolonging the inevitable. You've signed the contract. The boat is sold. If you want, you know what? If you want to prolong this trip by a few days, I'm all for it. I want that too. And definitely, yeah. I think that's an excellent idea. I value the extra time with you. Hey, maybe you'll write about this voyage in one of your books and make $1 million, and then you'll remember poor old Captain Stubings with a fondness in your eye and make me look good in the books.
You know, Will. Stewings, you've been great.
And everybody can make me a listen roll.
Dennis, you bugger.
You can't keep anything from Dennis.
Literally everyone heard it.
And you've all been on the deck. It's all you're all bored out of your mind. The cards are on the table. You have some games on the table. There's not much happening. I mean, how many times can you watch When Harry Met Sally on the same voyage? So you're all kind of a bit looking for the distraction. And when Captain Stubings came in to the lounge area where you're all congregating and started to speak in hushed tones, that put everybody's radar on Super, and a whisper travels much more strongly than does a regular conversation in a regular tone. And so you all heard that, and you can feel a slight deviation as the ship seems to be heading in or changing direction.
What you say,
Isn't-
Mac? What's this? Why are you changing route? Are you taking us somewhere exotic?
We're in the middle of the ocean.
Not according to the coordinates I've seen. Out in the middle of nowhere, heading more towards Greenland. So what's the story, Mac? What's happening?
Well, it sounds like cat's out of the bag.
I kind of smile at Danny as he says that. I thought we'd prolong the trip a little. Just a little diversion. No big deal. I'm sure you'll all appreciate the extra time on this fine ship.
But why those specific coordinates? If you wanted to make the journey longer, you could have just slowed the ship down.
Well,
Ooh, a mystery.
and I point directly at Ashley. Is that a little mystery tour? Isn't that exciting? There are so few surprises left in this world, isn't that right, Dennis? Why don't you just enjoy this moment?
I prefer the predictable. My days to be predictable. You know that. I don't take too kindly to surprises. Why not just come clean? Tell us where we're going.
The important thing is that nobody should feel like a hostage on this cruise ship that's destined to go somewhere and you have absolutely no control over it.
Wow, that's deep.
Was that stupid?
That's a little sidebar.
Yeah.
I always wonder where
You're
Mac
free to
found
get
his
off,
therapy
Dennis.
sessions.
Oh, perspective is everything.
We've got enough food and drink to last us the few extra days, have we not?
Of course we have. Yeah.
It's more
Depends how much we
days
eat
to
and how much we
party then.
drink.
Well, I'm glad you can see the good side of things there, the positive side there, Ashley. Hey, Dennis, what the fuck happened to you, man?
You know, I don't usually pry. You know, you know me, Dennis. So, I mean, do you know what I mean, Mac? It's your secrets are your secrets, but when your secrets start to involve drag me into them, that's a different matter.
Where's your sense of adventure?
I lost that in the Navy.
Alright, I don't think it'll be that kind of adventure.
Look,
Why the secrecy? Why? What's you know, come clean. They might be happy to learn where we're going.
And at that, Cindy is in the room and listening to the conversation. She goes, "My, the Labrador Sea. I always wanted to see more of the Labrador Sea. We get a chance to do that. And it's so wonderful to be on the ship with all you people. I'm going to enjoy the time even more."
Don't you just love Labrador doggies? They're so cute and so bouncy and just so. Is that what we're talking about? I wasn't listening.
Perhaps if we're lucky, we might go whale watching as well, and you know she'll break out the high power binoculars, and it's like, well, but it's really too rainy a day. But you know what? It's when the ocean gets colder that the mammals will come up closer to and you might even see them because you know they'll head towards the warmer water on top. So it might be a good opportunity to see some whales.
Labradors are cuter, but whales are good. Yep, we can do whales.
The sea mammal, not the location. And she just wants to make sure you understood.
God, I'm not stupid.
No, of course not. Of course not.
Though I've heard there's whales in the UK. They like leeks and sheep.
That's fascinating.
Christ.
And so
That's what I read in a magazine.
You don't strike me as a whale watcher, though, Mac. Not something that I've heard you talk about before. An interest in sea-bound mammals.
Well, you know, people, their interests, they change as they get older, don't they?
Yeah, but it's a bit.
Why give me such a fucking hard time, man? Just
I'm not
enjoy
gonna-
it. Just take it easy. It's a cruise. Just fucking enjoy yourself. That's what you're here for.
Let's do the shots.
100%. And this is kind of the view that you see. The waters are calm. It's a little bit maybe more rainy than what's depicted in this picture, but it's absolutely beautiful, very lovely, very calm. It's just wet. But you've checked the weather, and you're sure tomorrow will be a much nicer day. You'll be able to go back to doing all those enjoyable outdoor activities and get back on the jet ski and maybe even water ski with the dinghy, or you could do more ski. Well, no, you can't do more skeet shooting because you're kind of low on ammo, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Conserve that shotgun ammo.
We've got 11 shots. We could get $50 out of that, surely.
And I'll do one final call. Matthew, day 3. Is Matthew doing anything special?
No, I'll spend my time with Liz.
Yeah, she's happily spending time with you. It's quite a pleasant diversion to be in your company. Somebody her own age who understands the things that she understands, and she's even kind of tried to show you a little bit of her skill at dancing, which might be a little dated, because she's trying to be an artiste, and she's showing, we did break dancing, and I could do a little flash dance as well, and she's spending some time on deck, being utterly annoying to everybody else, likely who isn't taken in or enamored by her. And Dennis, anything else you're doing with your day?
I am going to break out my fishing tackle and just stay up on deck. Keep an eye on Liz and
Fishing, physically and metaphorically.
Yeah, listen, why don't you go ahead and I don't know, do you have fishing as a skill, or is it going to be just a plain luck roll for you?
Oh, I think it's probably going to be luck, isn't it?
Well,
I haven't got anything that
It's your best
resembles
skill.
fishing.
He's got fishing tackle. He should have a fish skill.
yeah, do you have hunting then?
Survival, yeah, maybe. Oh no, I ain't got anything in survival.
No, you have fishing tackle, so you could take the best skill that would relate to fishing on your character, and we can resolve that as we hear about what other people are doing. Yes,
roll with the fish.
You're gonna roll with the fish.
Go and punch. I think it's going to be luck. That's the closest. That's the closest I've got to.
He's standing on the back, shooting them.
Well, if anything, it's just luck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Will the fish be in the right place at the right time?
No, my luck is
Absolutely crap
No,
at fishing.
but you know why you were lucky? Because you were fishing and not working, and that makes you extremely lucky.
I'm keeping an eye on Liz
Even if you got nothing.
They
dodge.
fishing is still better than a good day out.
Very good. And Daniel, what is Daniel doing with the rest of his day? Covering his camera.
Pretty flat.
Might try and see if we can get any more info from Mac. I know it's
Okay.
but like more in private than like freaking Dennis over here.
All right. Well, as the lawyer, okay,
Yeah.
you know about the contract to sell the boat.
Yeah.
So you know that the Lila is sold to somebody in Liverpool, to a buyer in Liverpool. You know already that Mac has, as part of this last blowout, has also set aside time for people to enjoy in England as a surprise, and is also flying everybody back to the States first class, partially from the proceeds of the sale of the boat. and kind of a last hurrah with friends, because he knows that after this, there won't be, more opportunities for this type of extravagance.
Worst case, we can bump them down to premium economy.
But so that
Depends how much of a detour we go.
So that's kind of what you already know as part of the backstory. But if you're trying to get any other information out of Mac, go ahead.
Yeah.
You can spend some of your day trying to do that.
So broke my train of thought.
Well, we'll
like,
go
just
to...
want to have a private moment. Just be like, Mac, did you find something? Or are we really going to go see some whales?
What would you like the answer to be?
You know me. I like finding the old things. So if there's more here than just some sightseeing, I'm already on board.
Yeah, there's more here than sightseeing.
Yeah. But hopefully, remember, we've got to make sure we don't do anything to fuck up the boat.
No, because where we're going.
We don't need boat.
No, we need boats badly. We really need the boat. If there's one thing that we need.
Land, good. Boat, okay. Water, not as good, in that order.
Yeah. I won't ask you for any more because none radar is over there. So you try to eavesdrop on all of our conversations.
Just make another
going
goddamn
forward.
listen roll, and we'll have to.
Yeah, we'll have to go somewhere like below deck.
Yeah,
maybe like a soundproof box or something to keep away from him.
I've just put bugs all over the ship.
I can see you guys going scuba diving, and then then Dennis.
Yeah, it'll be that thing of like as the bubble pops on the water surface, it'll be like, I know exactly what they're talking about.
Look, bro, another listen roll, critical success.
Yeah, well, let's just hope that Dennis guy.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of Get Smart, the cones of silence.
Yeah.
YouTube it if you don't know what I'm talking about. It's hilarious, but.
So I guess I say to Danny, look, yeah, we're not just sightseeing, but it could be the solution to all of my money troubles. Okay.
You talking like ideas for your book, or are you thinking something we could sell?
No, something more tangible. Yeah, something we could sell. Yeah.
Good plan.
And Ashley, is there anything Ashley is doing on day 3?
Oh yes, I'm going to the
Try some jet ski.
bridge. Wherever the steery stuff of the boat happens, Captain.
Yeah, it's still a rainy day today, so that would be happening on the main deck. I could push the image for you if you don't have it on readily available.
I hope it's not a shift change and you find out Ashley ends up at the wheel unattended.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up there and speak to the captain and say, I actually know how to do a little bit of boating. Can I have a go?
He'll
dare
look towards you, and we're gonna say it's Cindy's turn at the ship, so it's not Captain Steubing's. So
Cindy,
and so Cindy would be, I think, more amenable to letting you go ahead, and so. Really? Where did you learn boating? You have your Class A or whatever the designation might be for boats.
I have the
Class C.
Yep, I have the.
I have
My
my
parents
drive
used to
boat
own a
license.
boat, and yes, and I've done a bit of boating. I know that bit pushes it forward to go faster.
Oh, do you want to try to go faster? Okay.
Yeah, and what I do is I lean forward so I don't know where everybody is. I just go whoosh. So anyone
Okay.
downstairs is going to go poof.
He's fired.
Go ahead. You do have pilot boat, and it would be remiss of me not to give you the opportunity to put that tick mark for the success to be able to increase your skill.
You realise we're never going to get to the adventure if you let her drive.
Oh, bugger, I failed.
no.
Well, listen, nothing horrible happens. You're just piloting the boat. Yeah, maybe things are a little bit more rocky. You're trying to rev, but it doesn't catch because you're not moving forward at the proper speed. It would be kind of like the equivalent of grinding the gears on an automatic on a manual shift car, and you're
She
used to
couldn't
driving
find the
automatic,
oars.
maybe.
That's where I'm going with.
Cindy, let's
she's
have
right
a
there.
bit. Let's have a bit of fun.
Well, at that roll, I mean, nothing horrible happened, but she's giving you a little bit more direction. Oh, do this, do that, and
I want to go really fast all of a sudden so they all fall over.
Okay, so I will allow you to try one more roll. We will consider it pushing this roll. So either A, you will succeed in getting what you want, or if you fail, something bad happens.
Okay.
Think about this very carefully.
Yeah, I'm rolling. Oh, and I fail.
And you did fail. Okay, so
Oopsie.
Something just
Yeah.
bad happens to her.
something bad does happen, and as you're trying to get the ship to go faster, one of the safeties engage, and the ship stops completely.
It didn't stop really suddenly.
There was a safety. It's kind of, it doesn't jolt everybody to stop
damn it.
necessarily, but the systems will stop, and the boat will continue to coast, let's say, on its course from momentum. But there is clearly something wrong happens with the controls of the boat, and you see Cindy, like she's right away she's taking out that little the walkie-talkie, the little hand unit from the communications radio, and she goes, Captain Steubing, get to deck, Captain Steubing. There's an issue with the ship, and it's all done really quietly. She doesn't want to disturb the guests or everybody else that that might be enjoying the trip. So let's just see if everybody else notices that there's an event that happened, and I'm wondering if it's I don't believe there's the awareness skill. What would be a good skill? And it's certainly not a listen skill, but what would be a...
Would it be intelligence, like idea?
Idea.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
probably not a bad one, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I'd say so.
If there's any skill that anybody thinks of that might apply, boating or something they want to roll to actually try to improve their skill, I will accept that as well.
Oh, I might go for the pilot boat then, if I may.
Yes, 100%.
I'll stick with idea. I don't have
Yeah.
anything higher.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't have an idea.
So, Chuck,
Of course.
Mac, your boat. You know it
Yeah.
inside and out. You know how it's supposed to handle. You can clearly tell from the noise that the boat made just prior to this happening that there is something that something engaged, some mechanism engaged that maybe shouldn't have been engaged at this point, and then all of a sudden an engine noise that you're used to, that rumble, goes quiet, and you head up to the area where the bridge is, and let's just make a luck roll to see how close you are.
Oh.
Yeah. So you actually are close enough that you make it to that area right before Captain Steubings makes it up from his bunk where he was clearly sleeping, because you see him coming up in like jammy pants and a loose shirt, that he clearly just put on, not looking very captain like at all. And he rushes up to the piloting station, and but just prior to that, you see Cindy at the controls. We're gonna say no. You see Ashley at the controls, and Cindy quickly taking her out of the chair to sit back in, and that's what you see. And by the time Captain Steubings comes up, he'll have only seen Cindy in the chair and Ashley like kind of around the area.
Ooh.
And that's what you walk into. So we'll start this scene prior to Captain Steubings coming up, and right after Cindy called for Captain Steubings and is hastening Ashley out of the chair.
Okay, so I see Ashley getting out. I look at Cindy. My eyes narrow. I just say, problem.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you know what? It was a novice error. Did you know that Ashley has her Class C license? I do. I wasn't aware, and I was just showing her around. We were being hospitable to one of your valued guests, Mac, and completely my fault. I should have watched over. I must have. I didn't quite show her which control was the correct control. I'm so sorry. We're going to have this back up and running. Protocol was followed. I called Captain Steubings, and he'll note it in the log of this event, and he'll note that it was my dereliction of duty that caused this error.
I look at Ashley as Cindy's saying this.
I just go, it was just a bit of fun. I was just having a bit of a go, and I pushed it too hard. I pushed the throttle too hard. Don't you make Cindy grovel and apologise. It's my fault. I did it. Come on, let's go and do some shots.
Hey, look, I'm not making Cindy grovel or apologise. What are you talking about?
That's all right then. Cindy, you're a good un. Maybe tomorrow we can have another go, and then I'll get the hang of it by the end of the 2 weeks. You can teach me. We could do it a daily half hour. Teach me how to row the boat. No?
Row the boat. Let's do that.
Yeah, 2 weeks of
going to be a lot longer.
2 weeks of Ashley at this boat, and that's what he'll be resorting to, rowing the boat.
Yeah. Well, eventually the ship reached Liverpool. There were like one person alive.
Yeah, we need
everybody else on board.
Drive the boat. What was the word for doing a boat?
Hey, don't you worry about that.
You're pilot.
No, doing a boat, I believe, is the technical term sailors use.
Look, Ashley, let's go. You're right. Let's go get a drink. Cindy, don't you worry about anything. We're not going to write anything in the log. It's fine. Don't worry. Ashley, let's go.
Okay.
And Captain Steubings come up, and you can see he's opening the logbook, and he's checking where they are and notating exactly, the event that happened and when. And
don't you write anything in there? It's fine.
Oh, no! I'm just logging what happened at the ship at the time for the ship logs. It's right and proper. If we get audited, I want everything to be noted down. And then he goes through the procedure of restarting the ship and getting the engines in working order and making sure that everything is primed, prim, and proper. Doesn't take very long after that. A short time, you already can hear that the ship is back to its normal running condition, and the motion of the boat and the sounds that you're used to, Mac, are completely normal again.
Yeah, cool. I mean, you really should be more careful, Ashley.
When did you become such a bore?
I'm really hurt by that. What are you talking about?
Oh, just relax. It's just like you've got a broom up your arse. You're just like, come on. This used to be a party ship. Come on, let's go and get some tequila.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, Sambuca, which was
I
yours?
wonder if she's a plant from his ex-wife.
And with that,
it's fine.
we are moving along, and we are heading out to day 4. After everybody has done the things that they've wanted to accomplish in day 3, and today it's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It's warm. The ocean is calm, and everything is absolutely fantastic. Cindy has made an exceptional breakfast this morning. She has caught some fish yesterday.
Unlike some people.
It weren't me.
No, not you. So you actually have
fish yesterday.
Yeah, she caught fish. Something fresh, something nice, something different. Can you catch fish in the middle of the ocean? I don't know. We'll say she caught fish, or had fish, or bought fish at the local store 2 weeks prior. And it's just an idyllic day. And, well, let me know. What are people planning for day 4? Are we going back on the jet ski? Are we going to go snorkeling? What activities do people have planned?
Snorkeling.
Well,
What could go wrong?
scuba diving. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh. All right, then I'll try a bit of that. I just go, come on, everybody. Let's all go scuba diving. Scubaing. Diving.
Okay. And as you guys are all preparing for your activities, we'll say just, maybe a little bit after lunchtime, Captain Stubings comes up to Mac. Says, Mac, you want to come here and take a look at this, please? And
Yeah, I'll be right with you, I say to the other guys as they're getting ready to.
and so you head up towards the piloting area of the ship up on the sun deck, and go ahead and make me a
Dennis, go listen.
look roll.
A look roll.
Is it
Nice.
look? What is it? It's
Saunter
look.
over.
It's a spot hidden. Thank you.
Oh, spot hidden.
Spot hidden.
Oh dear. Oh, just.
Very nice. Okay, so yeah. You could see it. Says that's. We can't just leave that out there. We're obligated. And he hands you the binoculars, and you can head out into that area.
Binoculars in that general direction.
Yeah, and you could see it a lot clearer now. It looks like there is a ship that seems to be stuck on top of an iceberg, or that it hit an iceberg. And he goes, "That's an amazing coincidence, but we all are aware of the Geneva Convention of the High Seas. We're under obligation to render assistance to any person found at sea or danger of being lost. And who knows? I mean, you could have a right to legitimate salvage as well. I'm just saying."
Can I see the name of the ship?
No, it's too.
Okay.
But I'm going to make it extremely hard at this point, so you can toggle the
That's what the
EXT.
other question is. Then in that case, would be: is this where I'm expecting it to be?
Yes, actually. Day 3, you veered off course, and day 4, an extra 2-3 days to the cruise.
Yeah. And I just laugh out loud, and I slap Stubbins on the back. It's right where she said it'd be. Holy shit! It's right where she said it'd be.
Gee, who's that? You knew this was here?
And I just laugh, and I turn and head back down towards the sun deck where everybody's getting ready for their little dive.
And as you go ahead and you do that, you see Captain Stubbings is picking up the mic for the radio and calling for.
Don't you do that? Not yet.
Okay. And so as you go towards everybody who is getting ready for scuba diving, so everybody on the boat who did not participate in that little scene, you've been busy getting on wetsuits, which is quite fortuitous because wetsuits are going to keep you warm as you go through the water. And there were plenty of wetsuits on this ship for everybody to be comfortable in when you undertake frigid water activities, which scuba diving would include, and so the ship
probably has.
Sorry.
Okay. To say Ashley probably has enough alcohol in her blood that she probably wouldn't notice the thermal shock.
It's like antifreeze by now, right?
Yeah.
And you see Mac coming back, and he's like kind of has his he had the bottom part of his wetsuit on, and it's now he's coming back after being called away by the captain.
Big grin on his
spring
face.
in his step.
Yeah. Maybe a change of
good
plan.
news, or just had sex.
Well, surely
Surely it would be both.
not
in
mutually
that case.
exclusive, unless we're talking about Delilah. Change of plan, my friends.
What? We're not scuba diving. Just look a bit tad cold.
No. It's out there. And I point in the rough direction of... We found her.
What? What are you waffling on about, you idiot?
Go and have a look.
Yeah.
Are you passing Dennis the binoculars?
Yeah, sure. If he's walking past,
so go ahead and make a spot hidden roll.
Dennis just use echolocation.
Dennis listens out.
I'm all about letting you improve those skill sets.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
it's all going downhill from now.
Dennis, what you can see is you could see an area where it looks like there's a iceberg formations and other ice protrusions, like smaller little icebergs that seem to be floating around a certain area. But that's all you see. You just see, these collections of icebergs of different sizes out in the middle. It looks rather cold and uninviting, and you're curious as to why Mac seems so excited about that.
But what, Matt? There's just some giant ice cubes out here. Well, is this it? Is this the big secret?
No,
Where you have giant ice cubes, there's a giant martini somewhere.
I just go up to him, and even though he's got the strap around his neck, I just grab it. So he's like that. I'll have a look to see what I can see.
Sure.
Well, nothing.
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 I've got
She
the wrong
does
way
see
down.
You see an insane
That's what he
person
sees.
obviously getting very excited over icebergs.
I've gone the wrong way round.
Exactly.
Yeah, anyway, it dives off for now.
Yeah.
And I look at Matthew. Sorry, Matt.
What?
Plans have changed.
I'm not here. Whenever
Oh, I thought you were the diver. You would be diving, surely.
I've gone downstairs to get some of my stuff, but while I'm downstairs, can I go to Mac's room? See if his door's locked for starters.
Okay, so you know what? To see if his door is locked or not, I'm going to let Mac make a luck roll.
Oh. Can I just say no? It's not locked.
That's right.
Yeah,
We
okay.
spent all this time breaking in and find to Liz.
If you made your luck roll, you get to determine if it's locked or not. But yes, we're going to go with...
I'm just going to go. Just
It
because I
is-
think
it
it's
is
probably more
unlocked.
interesting if it's not.
Just want to do a quick search around, see if he's written anything down. Has he got a journal, a diary? I want to know what the big secret is. Why the detour and this thing about me earning some money to pay him back. If he's written anything down. I suppose he's got his mobile on him, so I know he's a writer, so he probably writes things down. So look in his
Well, I mean, this
drawers.
is Call of Cthulhu, so obviously if he sells your soul to a cult, you'll be able to pay him back, right? I mean, that makes sense. But go ahead and make your spot hidden.
Bad.
If he'd written anything, we wouldn't be in this mess.
That's a very good point.
Skills.
Is it worth it?
Go
Is
on,
it worth it?
you
Is
know
it
you
worth
want
it?
to.
I'm going to spend some more.
Well, I will. I'm going to give you one thing for entering his room. Okay. You didn't maybe spot what you wanted to spot. And again, you're not sure how long it's going to be. You may hear other people coming down. We can resolve that if you want to spend more time. But you do notice that the lockbox where he keeps his gun, the gun and the ammunition is missing.
So he's taken his gun with him.
Are you spending more time there to try to search more?
Yeah, I'll spend the difference for my luck roll. Not my luck roll, my spot hidden. I think I
Okay,
needed.
so I'm going to consider this pushing the roll. So either A, you succeed, or B, something perhaps that you don't want to happen happens.
You find
Roll again.
the trapdoor in the bottom of the boat.
I fall
Yeah,
in
the person with the gun finds you.
I roll again, yeah? And
Yeah,
push
go
it.
ahead.
Come on, dice. Failed.
Okay,
Exquisite.
excellent.
Cthulhu
Mac,
at its best.
You notice clear as day, Matthew is missing, but Liz is upstairs, and you find that kind of odd. That Liz happens to be upstairs getting on the wetsuit with everybody getting ready to go scuba diving, and Matthew is nowhere to be found.
I will. Matthew's my friend. He's like a brother. I'm gonna go look for him.
So as you go down and look for him, you're going to check. Is he supposed to be in bedroom 4, I believe?
Yep.
Yes. So when you go down, you see the bedroom 4 door is closed, but bedroom 2 door is open. And
Bedroom
you can
2? That's my room.
Your bedroom, yes.
Yeah.
What you do from there, I'm going to let you determine it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of stand in the doorway and I just push it open, and perhaps see Matthew in the room.
Yeah, and so I think at this point Matthew can make one luck roll because he didn't get a chance to make a luck roll yet. So when you said spending 20 luck, that's...
I've lost my luck. Whereabouts is luck?
It's
I
on the
believe it's on the main.
On the far right.
Yeah.
Far right, yeah.
Bit of them. Got much left. Didn't work. Come on.
There we go. Oh.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Mac catches Matthew full searching, like you see that your gun box is open. It hasn't been closed yet. He seems to be searching around in your night table, or desk, your office desk, and you view this. He doesn't know that you see him doing this yet.
Shoot.
Sniff something, Dodge.
So I'll jump out of my skin and spin round and I'm sorry, Mark. I want to know what we're doing.
Do you? Or were you looking for something else?
You're supposed to be we're supposed to be best friends, and you won't tell me why we're here. I want to know why we're here.
Do you? Or were you looking for something else, Matt?
No, I was looking for a reason why we're here. I thought
Well, I don't.
something down.
I don't do that shit.
Write stuff down. You're a writer.
I step in and I push the door shut. You don't trust me?
You know I trust you, but
But why are you going through my room?
why won't you tell me why we're here? Why the secrecy?
Because you
Why
didn't
don't
need
you-
to know.
I didn't need to know. You brought me somewhere, and I don't know where we are and why we're here. Are you expecting me to? What are you expecting from me?
Well, I'm not expecting you to search through my room. That just tells me that you don't trust me, Matt.
Oh, you don't trust me to tell me why we're here. I think there is a trust problem here.
You think?
I don't think it's all on my side. You can't trust me to tell me.
At that,
Well,
oh, go ahead. I'll let you.
no. You jump in.
At that, you see Captain Steubings. You can hear him, rushing down the stairs, and he pokes his head in the room. He's oblivious to the tension between you guys at this point. He goes, Mac, if there are any survivors, we should head out. We still got a good amount of daylight. It's early afternoon. Is there a holdup for a reason? I've got to call it in.
Now you bring us as close as you can safely. We'll be right up.
Why isn't he calling it in, Mark?
Hmm?
Not calling it in. If it's a ship in distress, why isn't the captain calling it in?
I'll wait until Steubings is definitely out of earshot.
Yeah, he's gone up. You can
Yeah.
see there's a little
Because
diversion in the way the
this
ship is.
could be a fucking meal ticket. That's why.
What is it?
It's a ship. It's a goddamn
I know.
ship.
How did you know it was here?
I got told. I got information, okay? That doesn't matter where I got it from. The fact is, it's here. I was told it was going to be here, and that's where the fucking thing is. And it could be just what we're looking for. You and me. You need the money. I need the fucking money.
What makes you think there's money on it? I don't...
Salvage, dude. Salvage. It's a big fucking ship. Nobody knows it's here except for us.
The person that told you.
You don't have to worry about the person that told me. She's a friend of yours and she's a friend of mine.
Delilah.
No. Wait, Delilah?
Friend of mine. What friend's that then?
What's something else, Letta? Well, Matthew is an athlete, and quite a good athlete as a profession. So maybe there's a story there with Delilah.
Well, maybe.
Maybe.
Look. Look, it doesn't matter. The fact is, it's here. It could be worth a lot of money. It could be worth a lot of money to both of us, and we both fucking need the money.
Right, okay.
Okay? And I'll step forward, and I do that big brother thing of patting him in the face again. Look, I got your back, all right? I need to know you got mine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Right, come on.
As you guys arrive up, you can see that the ship has stopped, and Captain Stubing is approaching Mac, and he says, "About as close as I'm willing to take the Delilah. There's the icebergs. We certainly don't want to get too close. They are moving. Probably take you about 20-25 minutes in the dinghy.
Sure.
Get there.
Sure. I look across at everybody else that's kind of standing. What's everybody else doing at this point? Are they all just looking completely baffled?
Well, let's give the others the opportunity. But there is one more thing that he will say.
Okay.
How much time before I call it in? You have plenty of time to stake the claim to get there. For even if I call it in, help will be hours away, maybe.
Let's give it. You give me 6 hours?
Your ship. It's your ship's.
And I smile at that.
So let's move on to Dennis. Dennis, anything that you were doing while we had these cutscenes to the lower portions of the deck?
I don't think anything while around, but presumably we can see the ship now.
Yeah, you could definitely see things that are a little bit closer. It's still a little far and it's obscured, but yes, you definitely will be able to see a destination.
So I'll try and use binoculars and try and get a close look at it, since we can clearly, more clearly see it now. So see if we can spot any, pick out any details, if there's anybody on board, or if any sign of it of life on board, or a name of the ship, or any identification or anything like that, anything at all.
No, definitely. So you can go ahead and make me a spot hidden. Although I'm quite afraid of your rolls, so I might just have to give you everything now. But go ahead, make the spot hidden.
I think that time has passed. Oh no!
Wow. Okay. So, I have to give you an extreme success. So you can see, number one, if there were lights, that might be harder to see because the ship it's still daylight, but you don't see like anything like, let's say, a light coming out of a porthole or something like that. It's also set against an iceberg, but you're able to make out enough of this ship to know that it's quite a long ship. So it's probably a cargo ship of some sort. What do you know about nautical law and about salvage?
Oh, God. I'm not sure. I can make a law roll. A law roll?
Sure, go ahead. That's definitely reasonable in the search of the situation.
No. No.
Okay. Well, in terms of law roll, enough to know that it's not necessarily owning the value of the ship that is included in salvage rights, but it's also the value of the cargo of the ship.
Yeah.
And this looks like a cargo ship.
So there's no, I can't see any identification or ship name or anything like that.
You have an extreme success. So it's still a little bit far to see the ship identification, but I will give you that it would be what would be known as a reefer ship.
Okay.
And reefer would be short for refrigerated.
Right. Okay.
So you expect the holds to have, to be able to haul produce and to be, to maintain products under cold conditions.
Awesome.
And it's near a frigging iceberg. So basically it is like powered or not, it's going to be cold. So,
yeah. Does it look, am I able to tell, does it look like it's been there for a long time? Does it look like it's been there a while, or?
You know what? I'm going to say that as you get closer, because of your extreme success, I'll be able to give you more information. You're going to be knowing, what to look for. But you don't see any movement around there. You don't see any that you can tell. You don't know. You just you're just able to somehow the way that the icebergs were moving, it just cleared enough that you were able to see kind of the entirety of the ship. It looks intact. It doesn't look like it's listing or taking on water. It just looks like it's stuck.
Okay. I'll just keep an eye. Just keep the binoculars trained on it then as we get for now.
All right, very good. Daniel, was there anything you were doing while this was occurring?
I mean, so before he stalked off, I was going to do the thing of, rather than like looking like a lemon trying to like spot this iceberg out in the middle of the ocean, I was just going to ask if he'd found what he was looking for, and then he just stalked off before I could ask.
Apparently he was looking for something else.
I got no choice but to
downstairs.
use my Yeah, all we know is he stalked off downstairs, and then Matt came up shortly afterwards looking a bit flushed.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows what happened?
I'll
Yes,
I'll
whatever
let you.
goes on in.
What happens in bedroom 2 stays in bedroom 2.
If you'd like to take the psychology roll to see if you can improve your skill in that, might get a little bit of insight into.
Yeah, why not? Of course not.
Yeah, they came
Wrong
up,
idea.
they're coming up all buddy and chummy, and
Yeah, I definitely got the wrong impression.
Definitely
Matthew
did.
doesn't drink, but you think maybe he had a shot downstairs to calm him nerves. Maybe
that's
he's
why
afraid
Delilah left him.
of scuba diving, and so he went down to have a shot because he does look a little rosy cheeked, and specifically he said he doesn't drink. But that must be it, because he must be afraid of scuba diving. That's what your psychology is telling you. And Ashley.
Yes.
Is Ashley doing anything in the meantime while this is happening?
Well, I'm already out my scuba gear and putting my clothes on and going. What are we doing? Does anyone know what's going on?
So that would be for Daniel or Dennis to answer her.
It looks like we've found what Matt was looking for. The big secret.
And at this, Liz is gonna pipe out and say, "There's sunken treasure. I bet you were going treasure diving. I was speaking to Matthew about it before. He said he's good at scuba diving, and that Mac brought him here because he's gonna go scuba dive and find sunken treasure. This is so exciting. Get your wetsuit on. You're not gonna wanna miss this."
Are wetsuits the best thing to wear if we're going on the ship?
Sorry.
We're not going in the sea, are we? We're going on a ship.
No, but you're going to be in a dinghy.
Yeah.
Like this motorized dinghy. And, aside from your life jackets and stuff, you know that if something happens to the dinghy or just the splash of the water, if anybody goes over, it's the temperatures that will stop your body from being able to move, and all your blood will concentrate around the vital organs to keep them warm, to keep you alive for longer. But your arms, your legs won't work, and you'll just sink.
Just thinking about the temperature.
It's got a big block of ice in it.
To protect you against that. You don't go out in a boat in the middle of the ocean without these wetsuits on. It's 29. It's 2009. We all know that. It's like
We all saw Titanic.
29. Yes.
Are we all going? I look at Liz when I say, "Are we all going?" Then I'll look at Dennis.
Oh.
No, Liz, you're staying here. Liz isn't going.
You can't be here. You're not the boss of me.
You can come up. We'll go over, make sure it's safe. If it's safe, then you can come over.
Matthew's going. I'm going. He's a great guy. He's going to do great things. He's going to go find the treasure. And Matthew's not there now, but she is talking very highly of Matthew.
I'm the one who's going to have to answer to your dad. You stay here. Stay here till we make sure it's safe.
You're not going to answer to my dad nothing if you don't come back. Got to be safe. He'll keep me safe. She's not a 12-year-old. She's a 25-year-old.
Yeah.
So.
She's using spurious logic on you.
Don't buy into it. The GM is just baiting you into the adventure.
Wow, Dennis. She's 20, 23, 25. Give her a break.
Yeah.
Thank you, Uncle Benny. I'll be careful.
She's her own woman. She can make her own decisions.
Right, it seems like Bro, you stay close then. You stay inside.
She's very excited about Matthew and how he's going to be the hero of all of this. So that's and he's not here to hear that. So she's just gushing on about that now.
May he live a long and prosperous life.
Excellent.
So if everybody has done everything that they are doing during this time, shall we proceed to the part where we are on the motorized dinghy heading towards the boat?
Let's go. Rescue party.
Yay!
I'm going to retrieve a few. I'll retrieve a few things from my room before we depart.
Is Ashley going to show up with an armful of shot for the ride?
She's got to keep herself warm somehow.
And it looks like Angie may be keeping an eye on the time. So I will say this:
Yes,
we are going to end for today, I guess, with this last scene as the heroes, the investigators.
I like heroes.
Are on this dinghy, heading towards these collection of icebergs. As they look back, they see the Delilah getting smaller and smaller and smaller the further they get away from it. And as they approach the icebergs and they navigate through, heading in the direction what's looming bigger and bigger and bigger on their horizon is this large reefer cargo ship. And we will pull up the image that you guys see as it gets longer, as it gets closer and closer. I have to get a picture of this. There we go. This is what you see
Cool.
closer as you get closer and closer and closer. You can hear the waves lapping against the side of the ship. Everything else is deadly silent. The ship looks like it is half marooned on top of this large iceberg. You can see the name on the ship, the Groenland Tropisch. You could see that there are 3 huge cranes on the deck. One of them looks like it's completely mangled and fallen off of its mast. And as you approach, you have this eerie feeling of being alone in this quiet, coming up along this large, what looks to be abandoned ship.